Welcome back to my gardening, and we're pulling up a beefsteak here. Nice one. It'll go on a BLT, I do believe. I pulled a bunch of the cherry tomatoes out that I planted. They were about done, so I needed the space to start clearing everything out for the fall. And back in here I've got some Romas, and you'll notice the sunflowers. The sunflowers I planted for the birds, and there's a couple stalks of corn you'll see too. Those are all for birds. Here, right in front of me, I've got some peppers. Not quite sure which ones those are. No, those are Tabasco. And they've got fruit on them now. They're starting to form. But yeah, all these cherry tomatoes here just came up volunteer. And the Romas, of course, are just lying on the ground. The wind hits them, they just fall. So yes, I will be washing them. Everything's starting to close out for the season. I'm not going to get quite as many tomatoes out of this picking as I had the first three. I made a lot of salsa. I'll be sick of salsa by the time winter's over. And my squash and zucchini are still producing. So here's a pile of aromas that were just laying on the ground since I've been out there a few days ago. All good. And there's still a lot more on them. I thought they would be finishing up, but not so fast. And you'll see some taller sunflowers over there. And of course another volunteer cherry tomato. I can't cut plants down when they start to grow. I need to learn to do that because they went all over the garden. So I found my gnome. He got covered up by the squash and tomato plants. And there's my cucumber trellis, which you can't see because it's full of vines, but the sunflowers are helping me get a little balance there. And if you watch some other videos, I've got some goldfinches that like the sunflowers. And I've got some more of Queen of the Night tomatoes out of there also, and a couple English cucumbers. So after my fourth picking, we have a half bucket of tomatoes with some cucumbers and yellow squash. So not bad for I'd say 40 by 40 area in the backyard.